So I've been standing here. Obviously, today is sticky stuff day. You've been talking to the media all day, and most of the stuff I heard from you is absolutely fascinating. It's interesting because the strikeouts started because of launching, and now they're kind of blaming the pitchers, where the batters changed their approach. That a home run was more advantageous to negotiations than the 300 hit. What is your feeling going into today? How does it affect you?
Oh, the effect on me is, isn't going to be. I don't see much of a difference at all, except for it's hot today. But I think that you hit some of the stuff. I think that approach has something to do with it. I think the sticky stuff has something to do with it. I think that guys throwing above and below, understanding how guys hit and how to reduce damage done on pitches, just the same way they know how to increase damage done on pitches. All that stuff is translated into kind of the meta. That's a gaming term for you. The meta of what baseball is now. But is there a sole cause? No. And I think that some of the highest tier of sticky stuff needs to go. Obviously, I don't think anyone's really refuting that. But it's just one of those things where a change needs to be made, and guys see the game changing kind of before their eyes. Some guys it's affecting more than others, and that can be frustrating. So I think that's why this is being talked about as much as it is. But I think that we're gonna get through it, and it's all gonna end up being okay. I just hope guys, no one gets injured because they have to change physiologically how they throw a baseball just to compete.
It's not even phased out. It's like it's blowing out of transmission. It's downshifting at full speed. Mid-season, all of a sudden, you change the rule. And how does the staff adjust to that? Additionally, everything is so measurable because you guys have the Rapsodo, so you know exactly what's going on. Have some of the guys that use not the spider tag, but some other substance, have they tried to see the difference in rotation?
I think a little bit. I think that it's going to be measured. I think there's going to be ways like with grip strength. Let this plane pass. Measuring arm recovery, grip strength, things over time, you can actually see physically what you're doing, because it's going to be subconscious. We're not worried about anything with throwing the ball. We're worried out there pitching. So I think that's going to be part of it. I think I haven't personally, but I think there's been some guys in the pen just to see if anything, or just to mess around with how they can use the things at our disposal in order to make their grip feel as good as it can, or close to what it is usually for them. And just being hyper focused on attention to detail, just making sure that you're on top of it as much as possible, and being honest with yourself how you feel on a given day. And we'll just work through it. That's really the only strategy we have at our disposal, and that's where a lot of the frustration goes. There really isn't anything to do but that. So.
Well, I can understand the frustration because the pitcher is it's such a strange position because you have to be hyper focused just on the glove and your mechanics, arm slot and everything, and you know exactly how you feel on certain days. And sometimes you're struggling to get back to your arm slot. Now you add another layer. Now the ball doesn't even feel the same. So how does that affect the mental side of the game, which is super important, especially for a relief pitcher?
Like I said, frustration is part of the game. Adjustments are part of the game. It's just another adjustment we're going to have to make. And so, shifting the focus onto things you can control, where your mental focus is, how good your game plan is, maybe choosing pitches a little bit differently based on movement you might know about, movement changes you might know about, things like that. That's really all we have at our disposal, and you got to maximize how good you're doing those things. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It is what it is, and I think we got a lot of, especially on our team, we got a lot of smart guys. I think that can make adjustments, and I don't even think that many guys need to even make adjustments anyway. So I think we're going to be all right. I think we got a lot of good pitchers here that have done it for a long time, and we're going to be all right.
So it's funny. I'm actually old enough to interview one of your coaches, but he played it for the Mets. Neil Allen, and he was one of those guys that was able to just, similar to what you're telling me, you control what you can control. It's frustrating, but you have to drown that all out, and you have to do it. How important was Neil for you to develop that?
Oh, Neil's great. He's one of my favorites I've ever had. Always smiling. He only had one thing that he hated and that I ever saw him get angry about, and that was being late. If you were ever late for anything, he lost his mind. But other than that, he's pretty much like kind of go with the flow, take what you're given, and make the best of it. And he exuded that. So I think that one thing he was just like, hey, have you tried this? Just try everything, find what works best for you, and don't be afraid of like staying the same. Just go out and try stuff that makes you better. And that's from pitch decisions to wind up changes to mechanical stuff. Just do it on the fly. And he was very much like that. He was very much like, just go out and do whatever you need to do that day to be successful. And I think that he left everyone he coached with that kind of mindset, and I think I got a little bit of that from him too.
So, lastly, I got to speak to you the day you signed here when you had the press conference with your cat in the background and everything, and you were just so blown away by the ownership and everything. How has your vision of what this season was going to play out been to this point?
Interesting question. I think that I think it's been pretty spot on, especially with the fans coming in now to the stadium and stuff, just blowing the roof out of this place day in and day out. I know it's Jake Day, so I'm sure today's gonna be insane. But the fans have been incredible and loud and in both directions. When good or bad, they'll let you know. And you gotta come in with kind of the mindset that it's energy either way, and you can harness it. But We've had, I think, maybe a little more success than many people would have thought going into the season so far, and with kind of a lot of obstacles overcome. And I'm really proud to be part of this team. And I think Steve has done a phenomenal job in his first attempt at this thing, listening and being available. I mean, more available than I've ever seen any owner be. And just having conversations to be the best owner he can be, and it just kind of trickles down, man. It's a good place to be. I'm very, very happy with the decision I made, and I'm just hoping to continue building on a couple of recent outings I've had, and just keep being a member of this team that helps us win.